All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Yes.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
True.
Okay, well,
Gosh.
leave the rest up to you.
Oh, what just happened?
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
I know. Hands up in the air sometimes, say no.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Bruh, she's right there next to you. What do you mean? You dumb, bro.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
He was like a big bruh moment.
No, that's a ghost.
Bruh.
But she has legs and stuff.
Right?
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Oh my god, he's fucking stupid. Oh, my brain. He's so smooth. Oh, precious baby. Oh, my brain, it hurts. It hurts. Oh. God damn.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Right, Bianca, yeah, I completely understand. Holy shit, I'm gonna faint from how much I was laughing for a second. Oh, man.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
Right?
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Yes.
Her traits?
One important trait that Kyoko could prove is her gloves.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
Don't bring her into this like that. That's rude. You know she has burn marks. That's messed up. That's messed up, Makoto. I mean, you gotta do it, but that's messed up.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
Yikes. It's like back here, it's like, I think you're missing some information here. You might want to explain yourself, Makoto.
And would you happen to know the answer?
Yes, actually.
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Yep.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
Yep.
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
Oh my god, you're dumb. What are you, a 2-head? 1-head? I was gonna say 3-head, but 3-head is too generous.
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Yikes. There's no way the corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to... Excuse me, what? Okay.
That Kyoko there is just
Right?
a ghost.
Type in chat, what do you prefer, 1, 2, or 3-head?
Then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
But
That's wrong.
There we go. No, that's wrong.
There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
Ooh.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember?
Yep.
I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
Yeah.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right?
Yep.
It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
True.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Bruh. One head. One head.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
One head.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life.
Yes.
If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
What do you mean I'm like him? I am nothing like a one-head. I'm at least a three-head or a four-head. I am definitely not a five-head, but I am definitely a three or a four. So basically average, you know, average. Doobity doobity doo.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
That's right. Of course.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
It's like, bruh, get the memo. She's not a ghost. You dumb brain. Oh, as Sunny in Philadelphia says, he got the donkey brains. What is his name again? Yasuhiro? Yasuhiro's got the donkey brains.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
Okay, at least he got that part. It took him a while. This is reminding me of America. Hardcore. Oh god, what have we done? How could this happen to me? We've made my mistakes. I'm dying inside.
That's the first thing I said.
Oh
You're
my
the
gosh.
one who's been dragging us around in circles.
It's like, bruh, can you not? Lol. Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Nice. Tattoo.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Hey, wait.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
There we go. Hit it.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. She's clearly Mukuro Kasabe.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
Tell him, Naegi.
What? For real? If you're lying, he'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was.
Excuse me, what is the big V? What? You said in the third ham, you have the option to shoot the big V. What does that mean? What is the big V? What does it mean?
Is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
I don't understand. I am three-head. Please help me. I don't know why I'm defaulting to Ash from Pokemon. Okay, I think I need to show people a video. A Pokemon one. I don't know. What are you talking about? One kid's, I think. Blue, 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 blue. Is the tattoo in the back of her hand?
Oh yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this her master?
Oh shoot.
Must have made her get it to be like, you're my bitch.
Oh my gosh. So
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
oof. Well,
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
yep.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to the information we have on the victim's identity, we should make it clear. Is it the Fenrir? Or is it the what else? Yes. No. Yes.
I got it!
Got it.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Yes.
Fenrir?
Yes. The image that represents Fenrir is wolf. Oh, woo! All right. W. Where's my W, boys? Let's get that win. Woofoo. Yes.
Now I understand.
Now I understand. No, you don't.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
A big wolf.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge world-ending wolf beast.
Thank you for explaining everyone after the fact.
He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Yes, I would like to see that. Someone please send me that.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
What?
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Yes.
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir.
Yes.
So it must have been Mukuro.
Perfect. What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Yes, yes.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
Nope.
No, it means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
Yes, yes. You've got it. You've got it. You've got it.
Being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Wrong.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Yep.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
Yep, yep. Plus, it said ultimate military thumping.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
Yep, yep.
If I remember correctly, that other information came from
Kyoko.
Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
More like she
Who
lied.
was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
Oh, you have the details right enough.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us, just another participant.
Yes.
Then who's the real mastermind?
Yep.
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
Nope.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
Absolutely.
How can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
Yep.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Wow.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Oh, you will.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
It's like,
Byakuya, shut it. The big boys are talking.
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record.
yep.
The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
Yes. Students.
Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains.
Not headmaster. Students.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Yes. That is exactly what we're saying. Also, am I streaming though?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
We could say that, right?
Wait, no. There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along.
Okay. You're getting close, but no.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Yep.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
You're not considering a person because they were never here in the first place.
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Yikes.
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Yeah. Based on what we know, the only two suspects are Makoto and Kyoko.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Yes.
exactly so.
But we also concluded the body was not fresh, but also because like when we first discovered the body, it's like, it feels like it should have been like a couple days old, but there's like fresh blood on top of it. That's weird. And then later it's like, okay, it can't be, gotta be fresh. I was like, nah, it was moved here. But they don't know that. But there's a tarp. The only substance now here are me and Kyoko. Damn it. I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Sure.
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Yes.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Sure.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body?
Yep.
Oh, but what time did we find the body?
I
The
got
one who
you.
saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
It's at 9 o'clock.
The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it?
Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so probably 9 on the dot now.
Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
Yeah?
I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh, yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember...
Which means
Yeah,
from
oh.
10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Yeah. The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. And I don't have an alibi for 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. to 30 a.m. Okay then, it looks like the game has begun. If I can't prove my alibi in that period, then I have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. Oh yeah, 'cause I lost everyone. Ah yes, the sprinklers. That is what I want. The sprinkler dudes.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
Right?
No, that's wrong.
There we go.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
Yep.
And what makes you say that?
There we go.
Because of the sprinklers in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
True.
Hold on! I remember this part perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words!
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
Yep. I need to prove it. Frick. I need to prove it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. Oh no, I don't like these games. Oh no, I hate these games.
I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No!
Forgot. Oh, it's.
Enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing. No!
Can't believe they just gave me free.
Enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! Enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing. No!
Huh?
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
This should prove it.
Break.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
Yep.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry.
Technically, you could apply that because it exploded and it removes all the vapors. Technically, you could spin it that way, but
If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
the hell?
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because
Because of the
while
eye.
the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Yes.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
Yep.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Oh.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
Yeah.
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Yep. Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone
I'd
that's...
just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Yes.
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
Yes, it is a trap.
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me?
Yes, actually.
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Yes.
Shut up, you!
Lol.
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Uh-huh.
She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So that was her motive?
You sure about that?
If she had a
Chief.
motive and no alibi, well then...
Oof.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
Yep.
What are you...
Yep.
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Yes. Tell him.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Yup. Something to cover the body would have been the tarp. But if I was the true culprit, why would I say that?
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did.
Yup.
The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that.
True.
Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
To hide it?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place.
Yes.
In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Oh, I just figured it out. Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make it look like I'm the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That's that tarp. If it was used that way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body. Wait.
Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I had to refute what Kyoko said. Okay.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Yeah.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Okay.
Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
No, that's wrong.
I don't understand why that happened.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Yep.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right?
Yeah.
Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, true.
Well,
What if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
yes. Huh? The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
Oh, you'll find out.
They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office.
Not quite.
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time.
Yep.
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Yep. The blood right in the garden is. Where is it? There you go.
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
Chicken blood, chicken blood.
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens.
Yep.
But after the murder, there were only 4.
I thought I was about to say 2. I'm like, what's wrong with me?
So you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered
Yes.
the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Lol. Who says they
I
didn't?
wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around.
Mmm.
Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Yep.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense.
Yep.
You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right?
Yes.
But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body.
No, because it was days old. As we have stated before.
But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it.
Yes.
The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
Yes.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
No.
I think so.
No. You're wrong.
Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off,
Yes.
but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, At the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood.
Mm-hmm.
This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred.
Yes.
They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
Which makes Makoto suspicious.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
Yes.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That's true.
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
How so?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body.
Oh, like Toko.
They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Oh, yikes. That's making it
Then
real
you had
suspicious.
plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
Yikes.
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Yeah, that's right. And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. This guy's dead body has been added to Truth Book section of the handbook.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it?
Not us.
Why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
No.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No.
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Yeah?
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
Yes?
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
Yeah.
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
Mm-hmm. It's Makoto's knife.
According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
Even though it doesn't look that way.
So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
Yep.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Yep. Makoto's knife.
Listen, more information. Now that we have a knife, what are we gonna do with it?
We can't let Togo keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
I don't want it anyway.
Hmm? So what to do?
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto?
Huh? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Yep. Huh?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yep.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Of course you would. Considering everything till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Alright. What is my evidences? Alright, what do I have? What do I have? I already know.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Yep.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then That seals it! Makoto did it!
I
Just
mean,
because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
No, that's wrong.
yeah.
No, that's wrong.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Yep.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
Yes, we did.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right?
Yes.
In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So what?
But he's so angry.
So, when we discovered the body,
Uh-huh.
the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body.
Uh-huh.
Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point,
Uh-huh.
obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Yes.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
The victim was banged twice in straight. No, there's no way that's possible. What is it? This?
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Then the knife.
Yep.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
Ooh.
They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
Yeah.
Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Damn, Toko, she went flying.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her.
Yep.
It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward.
Yes.
They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Yeah.